Hello, everyone. This is Geeks Assembled Audio Heads, and we have begun our Halloween spooky time. Ooh. This is our audio adventure for this week. It's called Blood on Satan's Claw. This is a picture from the movie. It was pretty gruesome, but Lee will tell you more about the movie at some future moment. And this one was done by Bafflegab. Bafflegab, who does the Scarifiers and has done some other stuff. This is pretty sweet. It's eerie, and it's got like Reese Shearsmith and Mark Gatiss as big characters. And you've all heard of those names if you have been like watching Doctor Who or listening to Doctor Who or whatever. And with me are a couple of spooky fellas here. Got Texas Tim and Lee, and so I'd like to find out their opening thoughts. Let's start with Texas. Please scare us, man.
I don't know what to do. I thought it was a very 70s B movie, and it wasn't bad, but I thought it went on a little bit too long. I would have knocked it down to a couple hours instead of whatever, 2 and change. But it just didn't seem like the most original stories either. But on the other hand, it's not. I mean, it's just kind of that, I guess, smallish town where something's going amiss, something's coming up under the ground or something and taking over the children, which is always scary. And of course, there's a priest involved, and he's going to end up trying to help save the day. The twist at the end wasn't really unexpected either. It was like, okay, the girl's really bad. But I mean, it was a good enough way to pass a couple hours. It wasn't bad.
All right, Lee, please give us the lowdown on the movie and freak us out with your opening thoughts, man.
Well, the original movie from early 70s, it hasn't aged well. There's a couple of Doctor Who thespians in the movie, Anthony Ainley and Wendy Padbury. But for me, this audio adaptation puts more flesh on the claw of Satan. They do flesh this out more. They do merge certain characters in the audio compared to the movie. For the movie, there's a judge, but instead of having a judge in this, they merged the judge and the Squire Middleton together as the character, played by Mark Gatiss. So whatever the Squire and the judge did in the movie, it's just one person. As for the Reverend Fallowfield as well, they've merged 2 people for the audio because there was a doctor in the film as well, who cut the skin off the girl and all like that. But they've merged that with the Reverend as well. So whatever the doctor did in the movie, the Reverend's doing it in the audio. But yeah, for me, I prefer this. There's more story to it. There's more background. The movie's a bit. It is very, very dated. As Tim said, it's like a 70s B movie, which it is now. It is now. The movie is a 70s B movie. But yeah, it has been said that Matt Gatiss and Reese Shearsmith and all the League of Gentlemen love this. They're just a fan of this movie for some strange reason. I think this is why they jumped at the chance to appear in this audio. It's the story of Satan regrowing himself on the bodies of children, and weird, but hey ho, that's how he wants to do it. Also, this audio has one of the original actors from the movie in this. Linda Hayden played the original Angel Blake in the movie. But in this one, she's playing the Mistress Edmonton. the woman who, the old woman who goes missing about 20 minutes into the audio, and then. But yeah, I like this. It's old gothic folk horror, shall we say? As I said, a village under siege sort of thing by Satan taking over the young kids, and the grown-ups don't know what to do. That's it's an age-old tale. I mean, Village of the Damned and stuff like that. But this one, yeah, I enjoyed it. As for being too long, yeah, I can understand that. They have really fleshed this one out to make it more. I mean, the movie's only about 70 to 80 minutes long, I think. So this one is way longer. Over to you, Susan.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed it too. I liked the audio. I thought it was long, but I listened to it in the middle of the night, and yeah, it's eerie as heck. It's the freaky children doing the freaky things with each other, and the girl trying to frame the minister. That was crazy. It was like almost triggering. It was super good. And the other thing that was really crazy was that when they bring them in, when they drag these poor other kids into the woods, and then they'd all start and come with us, or one with us, or come play with us, and they chanted, and you just got the idea that there was you start chanting and things start moving, and these kids were pretty much unable to do anything after that. So yeah, it had really creepy points, and I enjoyed that. That characterization by Mark Gatiss and Reese Shearsmith. I thought that they did really good jobs, and I thought that they were really, freaky, cool people, and the characters were scary. Their characters weren't, but the other characters around them. Anyway, they really did a good job. And Linda Hayden, the character that she played in the movie, Angela, was a nightmare. I mean, like, wow, crazy. And so yeah, I got to let me say who was in this. Let me see. We have Alice Lowe, and John Heffernan was one of the kids, and Rebecca Ryan, which is pretty funny because that's the name of one of my favorite characters in another thing, and it's her real name. She's anyway, and Philip Hill Pearson, and yeah, and so those actors were in this, and they were there in the woods.
Yeah, don't forget Lisa Bowerman was in this as well.
And Lisa Bowerman is in it?
Oh yeah.
I thought I heard her once, but
yeah, she was the squire's maid.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. And
everybody's moonlighting from Big Finish,
right? So when they dragged the kids into first of all, there was a claw, and then there was first there was a skull, and then there was a claw, and then it was pretty amazing, all these dismembered parts of Satan. And in some ways it was like what's that MST3K one, the hand of Satan? Touch of Satan. They
can't even get the article right.
Yeah, all right.
It doesn't matter.
Right, okay. Touch of Satan, and that yeah. Anyway, fun, eerie, crazy, creepy stuff. What's your favorite parts, Lee?
Well, I do like Reece Shearsmith's portrayal of the Reverend, played by Anthony Ainley in the movie. I just like the way the kids in the church are teasing him with the sack, what's got the claw in it, and passing it round, and they won't give it to him. And he's getting a bit more aggravated. Well, also when Angel Blake tried to seduce the Reverend,
Frame him, yeah.
and then frame him. But this is what she wanted. That was so well played out. I just love it. And I do like Matt Gaetz' Squire Middleton, the way he voices him. It's just, you just get this image of a big burly man who likes to drink too much to drink every now and again. Yeah, he just voiced him like a character from League of Gentlemen. I thought that was brilliant. And it's a bit horrific the way the children turn on the other kids, which is quite it is quite horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Done it more detail in the audio than they did in the movie, but there was more nudity in the movie than there is on audio. Damn.
Use your imagination, Lee. That's what it's there for. There you go.
Yeah, they're a few of my favourite moments.
Okay, Tim, tell me your favorite moments, please.
Well, I was going to comment about Lee said the movie wasn't very good, and these guys must have liked it. But if you think about it, they're of that age that you like a lot of dumb movies when you're a kid. That when you grow up, you kind of go, oh, yeah, that really wasn't that good, was it? Your memory cheats, So that's cool. I would say this worked very well as an audio. There were only a couple of times when I thought this would actually be better as a film. I'm really surprised that nobody's remade it as a film, but on the other hand, I'm not, because it's very 70s. It's very, I'm surprised they didn't try to update it, and make it more modern, because this is a different time. There's no computers, no cell phones. I mean, this was a time when things like this would happen because you didn't have a computer. So I guess because, there's always something lurking beneath the town, until you have computers and everybody goes, oh, no, there isn't. We're on the computer now. So I don't know. It was pretty good. I think, I can't really think of any favorite parts. I mean, because it just was kind of one story. I guess the ending was kind of cool, where you realize that the girl is still possessed by it, I guess, or maybe she's just bad. I don't know. But it just means it kind of sets things up for a possible sequel somewhere down the road, maybe in another town or something. I think they defeated the beastie kind of quickly and easily, though. It seemed like that should have been more of a struggle, I guess. But then again, it's audio, so I mean, what can you do?
And I would say that the kind of danger that these kids, the jeopardy that these kids were in, wouldn't have been so much if they would have had cell phones. I agree. I agree, Tim. It would be a little bit less perilous for them if they all had cell phones. Anything else you guys are going to say?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, I like the way this audio sort of reuses and sort of reimagines the theme tune. The music is from the movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, the theme. And also, I did like John Hefferman's portrayal of. He played two characters. He played Sir Peter, and who cut his hand off, and he played Satan as well. So multitasking. Yeah, good portrayal. Yeah, the music's quite good in this.
Sweet. Anything else, Tim?
No, it was a generally good release, I would say. I think I think it's an odd choice to remake it for audio, but they did a pretty good job, I think, because there's, like I said, there's only a couple of times when I thought, well, this, I'm not really seeing what's going on. But then, they didn't stoop to doing some of that stuff where they explain what's going on, like, oh, here I'm walking down this corridor right now, and oh my God, what is that? You know, that kind of thing. So they didn't get into that kind of territory, which they sometimes do with audio. But it was really good.
Yep.
Spooky.
Okay. And I'll agree with these fellas about most of this stuff, and I don't have anything wrong with it, except for the length. And I thought that the soundscape was great. I love the crows and the buzzards or whatever they were trying to, who were actually afraid of what was in the middle of the field. That was pretty crazy. That was cool. But you first imagine them all together, like picking at something, and then you imagine them like sort of ringing the thing. So that was fun. Yeah, good scary stuff. Let's go to our final say and score, unless we've got more to say about Blood on Satan's Claw. Okay, then what's your final say and score, Tim?
I'll give it an 8. I thought it was well made, kind of simple, old school story. Entertaining enough, so yeah, an 8's good for this.
Cool. And Lee, please.
It shows you that the people who made this put love and time and effort into this. So the only gripe I've got, and it's been mentioned, is the length of the audio. So for that reason alone, it's getting a 9.
Yep. Well, I'll split the difference between you fellas. I'll go give it an 8.5, and thanks for listening to this with me. And would you like to do some Hammer next? Great. So, like in a fortnight, we'll do a Hammer chiller, and it'll be another one of the Halloween spooky time. And please watch the rest of our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel, please. If you want to, if you're really motivated and you really want to keep up with us, hit the little bell. Ding. And also join us on our social media. Lee's got a really cool Instagram where he shares about what we're doing, and Tim does other things with other groups. He's involved with quite a few other podcasts, and so one other podcast, 2 other podcasts, 6 other podcasts. Okay, anyway, I know you're really busy, but anyway, we enjoy doing these. Thank you for joining us. Please listen to our other stuff too, and get a chance. Get the Blood on Satan's Claw, and don't go into the woods with your friends just to play around. Just be safe. Carry your cell phone. Maybe a bludgeon, something. You can't trust everybody, can you? Okay. Bye-bye.